All right, welcome back to the Strivecast, episode number 8. Yay! We are so happy to have you here with us. Today it is currently snowing, and we are really glad we all made it here safely. And sleet, yes, sleeting as well. So hopefully by the time we're all listening to this, it'll have cleared up significantly. I'm your host, Olivia.
I'm Pete.
I'm Jeffy.
And no, Jeffy
again. You know, some days it's Jeff, some days it's Jeffy, but
Big Jeff.
Or Big Jeff, or Jeffster and the Fizz, as we thought might be your guys'
the alternate name for the Stripecast.
Jeffster and the Fizz?
Yeah.
It's almost the name of the show.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Would you be the Fizz?
I could be. That's why it didn't work, because he'd never heard that before.
I'm the Fizz.
I'm the Jeffster.
I mean, he is a big Fizz.
Okay.
So
The
Fizz
big
and Big Fizz?
Yeah.
Big Fizz, Little Fizz?
Yeah.
What about Noel and I? Chop liver.
We're going to break out on our own show.
It's going to be a spin-off.
Yeah. How about you and Noel can have a spin-off.
Okay.
And me and Pete can have a spin-off.
All right.
No,
Well, let's handle our one show we've got
yeah.
right now first.
So we are really excited that our guest today is the one and only Jennifer Rooks, the host of Maine Calling on Maine Public. So we are really thrilled for you guys to hear our interview with her coming up. But first we will do a couple housekeeping items. Pete, you want to start it off?
Sure. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I think you can find us now on several different ways. You can find us on iTunes or Spotify or Stitcher, hopefully wherever you find your podcasts, or you can always find us at pslstrive.org/strivecast.
Correct. A couple other things we want to talk about is that we just got a whole new batch of Strive gear in yesterday. So we have a bunch of new hoodies and crew neck sweaters and t-shirts and sweatpants. Always make great holiday gifts, so you can come in anytime if you're in the area to purchase some new Strive gear for the holidays.
Give the gift of Strive.
Absolutely. And the other thing we just wanted to talk about really quickly is that we have an Amazon Smile page again this year. So if you are going to be purchasing gifts for the holidays or just using Amazon in general, you can select PSL Strive as the beneficiary of your Amazon Smile account.
A percentage from everything you buy comes back to Strive.
Absolutely. So we would greatly appreciate that if you are willing and able.
Oh, yes, that is correct.
So we will, thanks, Jeff. We will dive right into the show. But first, we will have Noel give a quick bio of Jennifer Rooks. Noel?
Jennifer Rooks is the host of Maine Calling on Maine Public Radio. She grew up in Georgia and went to college in Virginia and California. After working in TV news in California, she moved to Maine and was a reporter and anchor at Channel 6 for the 13 years in the summer of 2007. She joined Maine Public, where she hosts the daily Maine Calling program. Jennifer is a longtime friend of Strive. She has been the host at our alumni annual auction for 14 years, every one of Maine.
All right, and please welcome Jennifer Rooks!
I don't usually get applause. That's fun.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Who's got the first question?
I guess I do.
Jeffster or the Fizz?
Go ahead.
What made you want to get
Involved
with the media?
You know, Jeff, I think it's because I watched a lot of TV when I was growing up. And I watched a lot of TV news. My family was the kind of family that every single night they put on the news. And so I think I just always thought I wanted to do the news. It was kind of that simple. Nothing. I never even thought about doing anything else. Now that I'm older, I kind of wish I thought about other things too.
Yeah, but you're so good at it.
Thank you very much. But I never even considered anything else.
That's amazing. You knew.
Yeah, I
Right
just
away.
knew.
That's awesome.
Do you think families still sit down and watch the news like that?
I don't think families still sit down. Some do, but I don't think like they used to. You know, it was before there was cable TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before the internet. And
Well, and maybe this makes me a bad dad, but sometimes I try to shelter my kids from what's on the news.
I can imagine
sometimes
that.
too.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
sure.
don't worry. I'm always tuning into Maine Calling every day.
Yes,
from my
exactly.
dad.
Well, then that's a different.
You.
Don't tell Pete.
No.
What makes a good news story?
Oh, a good news story is a good story. You know, like if somebody is just telling you a whole bunch of things in a list, that's not interesting. But if it's about real people who you can relate to and are having to go through something you can imagine, it's a better news story. You know, I'm thinking about, I was just listening to the radio on the way in and they were talking about the fires in California. And it's one thing to have a story and say this many houses were burned and this many trees, you know, this many acres were burned, but it was a whole story about a preschool teacher seeing the fire approach when the kids were getting dropped off at her preschool and how she made the decision right then to tell the parents not to drop them off but to take them. And so that's a good story because it is about the real people who are affected by something. So I'm sorry to be a bummer because I know this is supposed to be
No.
fun.
Puts
But that's what
it,
I'm thinking about.
puts a little bit of snow in perspective, I think,
Yeah.
too.
Well,
we can
and-
deal with a little bit of snow. And
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you guys, Jeff and Noel, have been a part of several news stories as well. So I think
Yeah.
that you guys are good people to make good stories as well.
Yeah.
yeah, Jennifer did a great one on them way back.
14 years
Yeah.
ago.
Want to kick off?
What is something you hate that a guest
Might
might
do.
might do or say on your show?
Oh, interesting. What is something I hate? Well, gosh, hate's a strong word, but you know what I really don't like? I don't like it when people read their answer from a piece of paper.
Real people call in and do that?
No, like the guests
Oh,
in the
the guests,
studio.
yeah.
You know, they'll get they think they're getting prepared,
Right.
but then I ask them a question, and as soon as I ask a question, their head goes down, boom,
Aw.
and they start reading. And I don't like that because I like it to be a real conversation.
Right.
And I don't want them reading a statement on my show. You wouldn't like that, would
No.
you? No. People take themselves too seriously sometimes.
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
What do you think, Noelia?
Not usually a problem here.
Yeah, it's definitely not an issue we face. Do you have a pet peeves that like some callers will do when people call in?
Oh, you know, go on and on
Yeah.
and on and on. But we do have a button where we
Yeah, we
can
turn them down.
hunt them right down.
Yeah.
So we have a little more control over them than
I think.
they think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Is that Noel's turn now?
Yep.
You have
Hosted
hosted a dozen of
political
political
debates.
debates. What's been the strangest thing that has happened?
Oh gosh, every single debate is different and most of them have something kind of strange. Well, I would say the strangest thing is when the candidate does not show up.
Oh.
That's kind of strange.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And that's happened?
Yeah. So the Governor LePage did not come to some debates.
Oh.
And this year we had a debate where 3 of the 4 candidates didn't come.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, so we just had an interview with Tiffany Bond.
Oh, right.
Bruce Poliquin didn't come, and then Jared Golden didn't come, and then Will Hoare didn't come. So that was pretty strange.
How was the interview with Tiffany?
It was really,
Yeah, I bet.
it was very good. We decided to go ahead and do the interview because we had committed to the debate, and she came, and we weren't going to not give her the airtime.
And she ended up getting a lot of votes for not
Yeah.
spending a lot of money.
Right,
So
right.
that
And
must
I'm
have been
wondering if people voted for her because they saw that she showed up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, every other debate this year, everybody else showed up, but something about that debate, there was something going on that we don't really know, where the candidates were deciding not to come.
That's really interesting.
you guys mark that down when you run for office. You got to show up for the
for your
debates, right?
debates.
You gotta show up, yeah.
What are you going to run for? Senate, Congress, Governor? What do you think?
Radio.
Radio show.
Run
Good
to
idea.
your radio
Run
show
for the
host.
radio show. All right. Speaking of, ready?
How is radio differently than TV?
Oh, well, pictures, there are pictures. But so the big thing is that you're not taking film. You guys know, because you're not filming this with a television camera. I would also say radio's a little more laid back, wouldn't you say? Radio's a little more laid back than TV. You've both done TV. Yeah.
Yeah, you've both been on the news, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a little more relaxed. As Noel is nearly dozing off as I speak.
This is the early morning
Yeah.
edition of the Stravcast taping.
I hope I'm not the most boring guest you've ever had.
No.
Certainly
good.
not.
No.
Okay.
No one is
No.
boring. But you are up, sir.
What has been your favorite story that you have covered?
Well, I've done a lot of great stories, but it might be 14 years ago when I did a story about the students at Strive U in the first class.
Aw.
Remember those guys?
Who are those guys, huh?
Me and Jeff and Christina and Joey.
I wonder where those guys are these days.
Oh, I did tell her brother,
Great.
Yeah.
and all the bad things I said.
We didn't put any bad things on
Yeah.
TV.
No.
We put you singing Elvis. Do you
I-
still sing Elvis?
No.
No.
Yes.
Why not?
It was something that I didn't really like very much.
Oh, okay. I don't
I
believe
think
that.
the truth is that the suit doesn't fit anymore.
Maybe a little
the
tight.
sequin jumpsuit doesn't.
We never saw
Yeah.
you in the sequin. And Noel, you walked around Portland like
Yeah.
you knew your way around. You knew how to get everywhere 14 years ago.
Yeah. Still the same today, right?
Yeah.
You and I see each
Even
other all
more
over
so.
town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you guys remember doing that story with Jennifer 14 years ago
Yeah.
during your first year?
I still have that DVD.
You still have the DVD
Oh, good.
of the taping of it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, it's funny. You guys look pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how
So
do
do
you
you.
not age?
Yeah.
I have glasses now.
Actually, I'm actually 36.
You are.
36?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh,
Soon
how
to
old
be
are you now?
30. Soon to be 38.
No way.
Really? I thought
14 years ago was a long
Jeff was
time.
That's amazing.
I think we have that story somewhere. Maybe we can dig it out, and we can link to it on the Starcast
Yeah.
page.
Yeah,
which
and
would be
Jeff,
cool.
you survived a really bad accident.
Yes.
right.
Look at you, you would never know.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, you were in the hospital and people were worried you might not live, right?
Yeah.
And look at you now.
A podcast host.
Yeah.
A podcast host.
Building a media
Yeah,
empire.
and this guy over here, he actually fainted in the same
Oh my god.
thing.
He
Wait,
didn't
Bobby.
fake it, Jeff.
Where he
What?
thought me he fainted.
Pete, you want to tell a story? Of what
Well, I
happened?
guess we will. I did faint.
I
You
said fake.
fainted.
No,
Got
fainted in the ER. Well, that day. But I don't believe it was because of the injuries or anything. I think it was just really, really hot. It was winter, and we had all our winter gear on, and it was very, very warm, and I did have a little episode. And Jeff does not remember it because he
Right.
was under his circumstances, but he likes to tell the story.
Yes.
So.
Right. Pete fainted.
Well, I'm glad both of you are okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both made it through. Now you're on the same side of the table. Look at that.
That's right.
I can't even remember
think
where
it's
we
Jeff's
are.
turn.
Jeff's turn, right?
What?
Who?
Who did?
No, who do you?
Who do you look up to in the media?
Oh gosh, there are so many people I look up to. But I have to say that mainly the women who are older than I am, who are sort of the first women to work in television. A lot of them aren't there anymore, but you look at, I don't know if you ever see the PBS NewsHour with Judy Woodruff.
Mm-hmm.
It was very hard for those women to have jobs when they were young women, and they had to make a lot of choices and sacrifices, and they paved the way for the rest of us. So I guess I would say those people.
Good answer. What do you think, Noel?
Yeah.
Who do you look up to in the media?
You mean me?
Yes,
Yeah.
you.
On the media, I probably hook up to actually Pete.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm considered media.
Good.
You guys are the hosts.
Yeah.
but-
All right, Noel?
Yeah. Is this episode 8 of the Strive cast? What advice do you have for us?
I don't really think I have very much advice. You're doing a great job. You know, it's the biggest thing on radio is to try to be yourself and be authentic. And you guys are doing that, right?
I think so. That
Yeah.
Shannon Moss gave similar advice too, I think. That,
Really?
yeah, to remember to be authentic.
Yeah.
And I don't think, that's something that these two worry about much. I think they're pretty good at being themselves, right, Noel?
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you describe yourself?
As a fun, outgoing person.
Fun, outgoing person. How do you describe yourself, Jeff?
How to describe myself?
Yeah.
So I have fun. I actually socialize,
Socialize, yeah.
and just greet people in the morning.
You greet people in the morning.
Yeah.
Great description of yourself.
Well, speaking about having fun
Yeah.
and being outgoing, it is time for our lightning round. And
Okay.
so before we get into that, though, we have a little theme that the guys do that has happened over the last 7 episodes. Guys, do you want to do the lightning
Ready?
round introduction?
It's time for the lightning round. Lightning round. Lightning round. Lightning round. Lightning round. Lightning round.
All right.
Lightning round.
So, Jennifer, the guys, this is when we try to pick up the pace a little bit and just have some more succinct questions that the guys will ask you.
Sure.
So,
Noel is going to start it off. You ready, Noel?
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Nice.
Maine or Georgia?
Maine.
Radio or TV?
Oh no, I can't choose. I can't choose. Okay, radio.
Ooh.
Interviewing people or being interviewed?
Well, most of the time interviewing people, but I'll make an exception for you guys.
Thank
Ooh.
you. We are honored.
News or
Politics.
politics?
News.
Texting or talking?
Talking.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a singer are you?
One.
How good of a singer.
I'm a terrible singer. I love singing, but I'm terrible.
how
When
about-
I was in high school, I took chorus. I wanted so badly to be a good singer. They put me next to my friend Laurel, who was really a wonderful singer and sang very loudly. So that it would drown me out.
Oh.
how about you guys? If you had to rank yourselves 1 to 10
Yeah,
on
what do you
being a
think you
singer.
I might kill me from probably 20.
20?
20.
Really?
And Noel, I don't know if anybody heard
Mine
it.
is
50.
two.
Wow.
Yeah,
You guys.
and Noel, you said 50?
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
you guys are much better singers than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, I have a music video in an album.
You
Whoa,
have a
wow.
music video.
Remember with Bernie,
I do. Yeah.
What song is it?
Boys to Men in it. I
Oh.
make love to you.
Oh, good.
That might be a future episode.
We'll
Break
talk
that out.
about that song. All right, Jeff?
Favorite show ever
Sorry.
Then yours.
than yours?
Oh, gosh, that's hard. Well, you know what? My daughter and I have just watched all of Friends from the beginning to the end. So right now,
My favorite.
I'm really liking Friends. We've been laughing a lot.
Yeah. You like Friends
Yeah.
too, Noel?
What's your favorite season of Friends?
Oh, I don't know if I didn't memorize what season. What's your favorite season?
Almost everything.
Oh, do you have a
It's
favorite
just so
Friends character?
funny.
Yeah.
Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry's your favorite
Yeah.
Friends character?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one is he? Chandler?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try to get him as a future guest.
Yeah, put him down on the list, Whitney. All right, I think you're up. Yep.
Would you rather cuddle with a baby panda or a baby penguin?
Oh, well, I probably baby panda, but I probably would take both.
Yeah.
One time I got to hold a baby puffin.
Oh, they're so
And it was
cute.
so cute. It doesn't look at all like a grown-up puffin. It's just like gray and fretzy.
Oh,
And so that was pretty great. But baby panda, oh my gosh. Wouldn't everybody pick baby panda?
Noel said, what was it?
I don't know. What did you say? What was yours?
He said
Baby
penguin,
peng-
but the way he described it was really good.
Would you? Is there a different
Cuddly.
anything else you'd rather cuddle with? Another baby animal?
Zero.
Zero. Just straight up baby penguin.
Just baby penguin.
How about you?
Yeah.
Baby penguin or baby panda or something else?
I'll probably cuddle with a panda bear or a whale.
A whale.
Well, I would choose too. That's my favorite animal.
I don't know if you could cuddle with a whale.
They would.
Yeah, a whale like you.
Oh,
Oh, that's a diss.
So I'm trying to make you laugh a little bit more.
ouch. Okay,
Yeah.
good work.
Classic jokes.
I think it is you.
If you could get anyone as a guest on Maine calling, who would you be?
Oh gosh, there's
Who would it
so
be?
many people I would like to have as a guest that we haven't had yet. We haven't had Stephen King on yet. He called in. He's called into the show a couple times, which was kind of fun. And he just says, "Hey, this is Steve." So that would be fun. I'd love to have Michelle Obama with her new book out.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't had her yet. So many people. I mean, I could make a list of hundreds and hundreds if I started thinking hard. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you guys want to ask Jennifer one more question before she
Yep.
goes?
Yes. What is the hardest part of your job?
Wow, the hardest part of my job. You know, I think there are some days where before my show I get really nervous because I don't feel like I've prepared well enough. You know, I try to prepare, but then sometimes things start happening all morning and it's about time for the show and I don't feel like I'm ready and I still have to do it because it's 1 o'clock and it's time. But we have a really good team of people who help put it together. I have 2 producers who are wonderful and they make it a little less hard than it might be otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like we have a really great team.
Sure,
Right?
yeah. Right? Whitney?
Well, it looks like
Okay.
you have a
When
pretty
you
good
go to
yeah,
talk,
yeah,
great
yeah.
producer. Yeah, great producer, multi-talented engineer.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Do you have one more question?
Yes, I do.
Go
Okay.
on.
A sweater or a heavy jacket?
A sweater or a heavy jacket. On a day like this, both.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
I know that.
you know. But yeah, I always wear as little layers of coat as possible because I don't like feeling all bundled up.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely.
You know. But today I'm gonna bundle up.
Yeah, very snowy out.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is just about all the time we have. Although, Pete, are you looking at me like I forgot something? Okay,
Nope.
great. Then I think that is all the time we have. Thank you so much for being here, Jennifer. We really
You're
appreciate
welcome. It
it.
was a lot of fun. Thank you for asking me.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you for
honored.
coming.
Yeah.
I'm honored that you guys got up early for me. I really appreciate it.
Of
I hope it
course.
doesn't set you off all day. Okay, good.
No, we're going to be good. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thanks so much.
All right, we will be right back.
The Thrivecast is brought to you by the listeners like you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Stripecast is brought to you by
Priority Learning.
who
Provide.
provides professionals development opportunities for the staff at Stripe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and we are back, and it is time for our Words of Wisdom segment. And we thought for this week, since it is now the week after Thanksgiving, we all might be feeling kind of full from our Thanksgiving meals. We might have eaten a lot of leftovers as well. Thought the gentleman could give some, healthy eating tips or ways to stay healthy after Thanksgiving and during the holidays. So who would like to go first? Jeff, go ahead.
Yes.
What is your healthy eating or healthy living words of wisdom?
Always go for walking, drinking water, and do some mountain climbing and maybe some motocross.
Motocross.
Wow.
Okay. Interesting. The rest of those were really good. Noel, what's your healthy eating, healthy living advice?
Eat a lot of salads, but not too much on the salad dressing.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Yeah.
And always know how to stay energetic when you're outside.
Good one. Thank you. All right. I thought that was pretty good. And we will be right back. It's time for the
Question of the week.
Question of the week.
question of
Question
the
of
week.
The week.
Go ahead, Pete.
Okay, thanks for everybody who participated in last week's question of the week on what was your favorite Thanksgiving side dish. And we have an overwhelming winner of mashed potatoes.
Wow. What
Thank
a victory.
you, everybody who participated. And we will be sending our lucky winner a Strive sweatshirt. If you'd like to participate in this week's question of the week, you can do the same thing. You can vote through our Facebook page, or you can send an email to strivecast@pslstrive.org. And this week's question of the week is...
What is your favorite thing about winter? Jeff, what's your favorite thing about winter?
These are your choices.
It's my first thing about winter is always have a steamed hot chocolate and coffee.
So hot chocolate.
What's your favorite thing about winter?
Walking in the woods.
Walking in the woods. My favorite thing is having a nice fire going. What's yours, Pete?
I am going to say...
Skiing.
No.
Good answer, Pete.
I am
We'll cut that
going
out.
to say reading by the fire.
No.
You have the same
Yeah.
What, just
I
say
didn't- I
like
didn't
ice
listen to it.
skating?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say playing outdoors with the family. I'm going to say snowball fight.
Snowball fight.
Okay.
Snowball fight.
So your options are hot cocoa, walking in the woods,
Snowball fight.
fight, and hanging by the fire. So
And we got 2 more. We can have up to 6.
up to 6. So Whitney, what's your favorite thing?
What if I say I don't like anything about the winter?
Nothing.
You guys.
Nothing. Good one.
Okay, nothing. And Ryan, what's your favorite winter
Just
thing?
said
Watching the snowfall.
Good
Watching the
answer.
snowfall.
All right,
There
so
we
we
go.
will put that on Facebook and on our website, and you can check it out there and participate that way. Thanks for tuning in to the question of the week. Okay, everyone, that is all the time we have for today. Episode 8 is in the books. Great job, you guys. A little belated clap, but that's okay.
We might have to celebrate if we get to 10 episodes.
Yeah, we'll have a big 10th anniversary celebration. Thank you so much to our fabulous guest, Jennifer Rooks. She is a great role model to us as we are aspiring radio stars like she is. So thank you, Jennifer, for coming on. Gentlemen, you have any parting comments before we go?
Happy day.
Happy snow day.
Happy snow day. It is snowing today.
Happy day is here. I got no.
Okay. And coming up next week, we are really excited because we have John Lee Cronin and his dad, Mark Cronin, of John's Crazy Socks, the sock company that went viral on the internet. John is a young man with Down syndrome who started his own sock company, and he's doing really well, so we can't wait to talk to him next week. Pete, anything else?
I don't think so. If you'd like to send us who you'd like the guys to interview, you can send that in an email or make a comment on Facebook, but send it to strivecast@pslstrive.org, and our whole team will get that, and we'll try to book that individual
ASAP.
for you.
Yes, and before we go, as always, we have to shout out our fabulous producer, Whitney, who helps put the show together and book all of our guests, and our multi-talented engineer, Ryan, who puts the show together. So thank you guys both so much, and we can't wait to see you next week.
Please share.
Please share. All right, bye, guys.
Bye there.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for this.
You know, man.